Part 2 of this reading of Jubileezinevella. It is 10:01 on 02/02/2020. Already. She feels ready. Brought all her best things with her. Her special objects and cute outfits. Her hair is as long as the first time she went. That time God sent them off the deep end to find a snow cone. She remembered that picture of her hula hooping in 2 short braids with the unicorn stickers over her nipples and the drab purple lace bedsham edge as makeshift miniskirt. That was the tipping point, her first time. She should have gone to bed, gone back to the RV after they did the whippets with the strangers in their tent at dawn. Instead, she crossed the city alone to find her Esto at Guns and Dope Camp. He was so addicted and miserable that day he painted a picture with the mud his tears made and sent her away, so incoherent. She left with the drugs he gave her. She can't remember which white powder, uppers, coke or E, but she kind of remembers doing them in the porta potty alone at the Tiesto set on the outer limits the next dawn. Still up. No food, no water, no friends. The semi-friendliness of the wary strangers. That cute boy 2 nights later after the temple burn, face paled with dust. Just wanted to find love. Felt some potential love in him, took him back to her RV for bong hits after the temple burn. Her tripmate Annie was asleep, but also grumpy. She could feel it. She didn't kiss the cute boy, fell asleep alone. She spent the whole trip home curled up with the Phaedon Alchemy and Mysticism book as a coping mechanism, so sure she was worthless and unlovable. Feeling tired for the first time ever. Deep loop into the past, hair-length symmetry can do that for her. Girls are better at physics. They understand quantum entanglement from brushing their hair, the tweet said. The unfound tweet about rotating a shape 360 degrees in your head was a wine glass or something. She just wanted to burrow, and she was so sure that she would find some kind of cave at the edge, a tunnel. She could see herself following it, just trusting the dark until the glow came. Maybe an LED slowly rainbow gradient glow, maybe artificial light, or maybe magical, like probably bioluminescence. The thick viscous water and how it would heal everything and also poison the unworthy. Not that she could judge who was worthy, but the water could, and the initiates had ideas that leveled up. Maybe they would say you had to be an empty vessel, give away all your possessions and power, or invert your power, at least. Those with access to more social and material resources above ground had to give up more, probably, had to let go. There were people on the surface being evangelical about it, the alien loping wise ones touched by angels. They tried to make it easy, get Zuckerberg to sign his company away, etc., all the Zuckerberg money and the Bezos money, tech bros, etc., whatever super rich fips they could catch out there, catch and squeeze. The super rich had so much, but its worth was so fluctuant it was hard to tell. Crypto crypts. They would have to risk it, but that would come later, maybe. So the super rich Vips at Burning Man had dodging and weaving to do. Their playground was dangerous for them too, finally. The people they hired to build their mini-cities for them were probably infiltrated with people plotting against them, or at least the positions they assumed, their methods and their money. Maybe messing with their water supply or drug supply, adding generosity agents, maybe, adding uncertainty, stress testing. The peaceful, alien loping, wise ones. In her pantheon, they are the ones touched by the underwater. Some of them have legal papers on their clipboards encouraging everyone to sign everything away. We'll make it easy, they say. especially if you're a white settler and version includes a couple of simple elements. Turn your land over to the indigenous and original inhabitants and give your money to the descendants of the enslaved, like a form of voluntary bankruptcy. You might be able to keep a suitcase of your favorite trinkets and outfits, but not a virtual suitcase full of Bitcoin or an offshore account. If you want to enter the water and emerge lit through, the water knows. But once you get in there, you won't need any belongings anymore. It's like the best thing. It's galaxy brain. It's exploding galaxy brain even. Grimes and Elon are feeding an AI their text conversations instead of having a baby, and they will be a Burning Man. Maybe the world's charismatic leaders, all the fascists, have had sudden and profound changes of heart after a series of mysterious near-death experiences, fainting spells, awakening and disarming, de-escalating, and hoarding, or maybe not yet. The world is murmuring even more than usual. April Fool's Jeff Koons was the first person she saw drop out to visibly and publicly renounce wealth and fame, be aesthetically transformed, and many more have followed or will follow for real. A new reality show about opening safes and storage unities and giving the contents away. Maybe Marie Kondo has something to do with that. Someone is finally doing something with the Panama paper caches and funneling the funds, dispersing the money like dandelion seeds, planting it back in the hands of those it was skimmed from. Someone has the plastic found at the bottom of the Mariana Trench in their pocket like a charm or an omen, a worry stone. She brought her seed with her in her pocket, the strange soft yellow seed that appeared from nowhere when she moved back in with her parents in 2015. It never disintegrated or changed, but it was a soft and slightly sticky glossy skin, heavy for its size. Martha Stewart said, "Pick fruit that's heavy for its size. Those are the juicy ones." At the edge of the salt flats, she readied herself, accounted for her special objects. Cotton candy-flavored hash in her multi-drug jewel, lavender-flavored Italian soda, a page from a fashion magazine folded into a bindle around a gram of what she liked to call ecstasy. Pinky fingers. True love was bound to find her this time, to creep around her ankles, catly tendrils of fog. Love was in the air. Soft dust transmuted into mist. She wove her own sandals these days. Braided raffia, lined with fun fur. Soft commas for her feet to rest in, airy. Every keystroke an opportunity, and then a remnant, strokes and shapes. She was convinced there was a bioluminesque blue cistern polyping and symmetrical belly, but like in both directions, bulbous and then thin, and then back again ways, beneath the salt flats. She felt it. Crystal caves in Mexico offer similar awe and wonder and maybe also healing power, but the water is active and asking for something, she thought. Otherwise it wouldn't be coming to me. Or maybe it isn't, and I should stay away. Maybe flood in nearby, like in the wings, in case it asks for anything. Because somehow she was convinced the water was sentient. Like, not water really, but liquid and pooling in a deep cave, like water sometimes does. She hoped that she would see her friends, but she knew she wouldn't. Not like every time before that she had gone with Annie. Shouldn't our view together have been hip to hip with Annie? High frequency Annie, alien peaks and Nintendo clockworks on DMT at dawn. Pale orange and Joker Man font. Dots on every edge. Also pulsing. Sea anemone, gorgeous fuzzy. This year the fussy theme was Jubilee, and it felt like a sign she had been thinking about Jubilee, the forgiveness of debts, and the redistribution of hoards, the recalibratory leveling reset button, the deeply evening of access to resources, immaterial and immaterial and material and im. It must begin with a reversal of fortune's flows, she told herself, an inversion. Social physics. The weight of humanity is the main large animal on the planet. Energy channels thus. 5-3 is next.